Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of Reino de las Mascaras, the Kingdom of the Masks. I am your host, as always, Rey de Mascaras, and today we're going to flip-flop things a little bit. I'm going to talk the Mask of the Week, and then I'm going to get into the news. The reason I'm doing that is because some of the news here this week has not been good, and as I thought about it and I was formatting the show, I really didn't feel right about doing the usual cycle with doing the news update and then jumping into the masks. I try to be as jovial and upbeat as I can be with the mask I'm showing off, and I don't feel like it would be right to do that after sharing the news that has been hitting as of this week. So just going to kind of flip-flop things around. So without any further ado, let's get to the mask. And this week, I kind of struggled with what I wanted to show off until last night. And the reason being was because we got some announcements from AEW as far as some CMLL talent on Collision this week. So I figured it would be appropriate if I talked about this guy right here. I've touched on it a little bit in a previous video when I talked about fusion masks, but with both Mistico and Titán on television this week, I thought it would be kind of appropriate to revisit this one. So as soon as I saw the match announced, in my head I kind of started thinking what mask would Titán wear? And I could probably make 1,000 guesses and probably still be wrong. If you know Titán, you know that man has masks upon masks upon masks, and they are all awesome. So this one here, I kind of caught my eye because I thought about it, and I'm like, I wonder what Titán would do for a mask for Chris Jericho. And, you know, Jericho has never worn a mask, aside from allegedly being Super Liger. So it would be kind of interesting to see what he would use for the centerpiece, you know, because obviously we've got the Immortal Monster, and in this case, one of the reasons I took it upon myself to do this mask this week was because this is a replica based on one that he wore last year leading up into a singles match with Mistico. So he combined Mistico's mask with the Immortal Monster, basically makes it look like the monster is swallowing Mistico. And I kind of thought to myself, what would that Jericho mask look like? I never really did come up with much of an update, but when I was thinking about it, I thought, you know, this is a good mask to cover. So this one, oops, knocking stuff over here. So this one does come from La Arena, and it is a Lucker mask. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. If I'm not pronouncing these names right, please let me know. I'm a stickler for correct pronunciation, so if I'm getting something wrong, I would like to be corrected so I don't make several more videos saying the same thing wrong. So, but yeah, when this one came up onto my feed, it caught my eye because I had just seen the match itself, and I'm like, I kind of need this one. So it is a replica. It's pro grade. It's very, very durable. One of the eyepieces did fall off, but I think having the one eye kind of makes it even look a little bit rougher as far as, you know, battle worn, so to speak. So I'll go ahead, I'll slip this on, I'll talk a little bit more, and be right back. And we're back. So as you can see, this one fits pretty well. As with most pro grade replicas, there is a little bit of flexibility to it. So it is tight, but it is also breathable at the same time. And for the sake of the show, I usually don't tie these, you know, to the degree that I would tie them if I was wearing it for more than a few minutes at a time. But even with the tight pull on the laces back here, fits pretty well. It would get uncomfortable after a little while, for me anyway, but as time goes on and I get used to these a little bit more, I would probably be able to wear this to like a function, to a show, or for the sake of Halloween, I'd be able to wear it a little bit more often. But you know, you can see, you know, the teeth are just kind of, you know, typical of a pro grade a pro-grade replica. I do have an Immortal Monster signed from Titán that once I've gotten that, I've realized that this one and then the other monster replica that I've got, you kind of start to notice the lesser, I don't want to say lesser quality, but you can definitely tell the same material isn't used. So, but yeah, no, it fits great. Looks really cool. My eyes really pop out. I don't know why I just noticed that, but you can see kind of where it looks a little more badass with that missing eyepiece, actually. So yeah, no, this is pretty fun. We'll switch back. I'll wrap up the mask talk and we'll get into our news cycle for the week. And just like that, we're back. So that is the mask of the week here this week. This awesome Mistico Titán fusion with the Immortal Monster swallowing Mistico's mask. Very cool. For reference here, since it was last year, I do believe Mistico did walk away with the victory in this match, but still, super cool mask. Titán, one of the most creative guys I have seen when it comes to the masks. Super excited to see what he's got on Saturday. I'm just going to have to wait until Sunday, as I will be out of town for Time Bomb Pro that week. So, also, Time Bomb fam, if you are seeing this by chance and you are attending the show and you have some interest, I do have some semi-pro grade masks that I am letting go. So hit me up via direct message. Let me know if there's anything you might be interested in. I can bring it down and we can do the exchange there. But that is the mask talk this week. I do want to get into some news. Like I said, some of it is not, some of it's not good. I'll just kind of get into it here. So it was posted earlier today, right before I was getting things set for recording, that Damien666 suffered a heart attack last weekend. It does appear that he is in stable condition, awaiting some updates there, but hopefully it looks like he will be able to pull through on that one. And a little bit of better news here. We did get some more Fantastica Mania announcements for the UK tour. Barbaro Cavernario is going to be heading over there. Mascara Dorada was announced, and then also announced here today, which really made me excited, was Neon and Futuro. So Your Call is going to be jumping on May 19th. That is going to be an absolutely amazing pair of shows. I'm looking forward to it. Rey Fenix has also announced his return will be coming on Cinco de Mayo, where he will face off against his brother Penta El Cero Miedo for House of Glory Wrestling up in New York. Now probably the hard part of the show this week. I really bordered on touching on this in the first place, but as a Lucha Libre fan, I felt that I felt it was something I should be doing, especially because there is an opportunity for Lucha Libre community to step up and help somebody in need. Last weekend at the Riot Lucha Libre show, young luchador by the name of Rey Destroyer, I believe I'm saying that correct. The spelling is Destroller. What little I do know of the Spanish language, I believe that does translate to destroyer, or a variation of it. If I'm incorrect on that, please do correct me on that. But it's kind of far beside the point. But this young luchador was in the midst of a match and collapsed to the mat and was immediately rushed to the hospital. The latest update that I have seen that has been confirmed is that he is still in very serious condition. I read Cubs fans' latest update through Lucha Blog, where he touched on it. If you haven't read that, I encourage you to go there immediately and read his words on that. He has reached out and talked with Riot directly. So I know yesterday some information was being spread around that turned out to be false, so I kind of want to be careful with my words. I don't want to spread anything that is not factually correct, which is why I'm kind of leaving it vague and having you go and check out Lucha Blog's comments on it. Riot has posted on their social medias that they've got PayPal accounts that we can donate to, that we can, help his family from a financial standpoint. I do believe also they're selling tickets for a raffle for some items. I believe one of them was a signed Bandito mask. I believe one of them was a Kratos mask. So there's raffle tickets available. There are ways to donate. Keeping my eyes on the situation. Again, I'm not going to say much more. I don't want to spread misinformation. It's the last thing I want to do in this situation. And all I can ask for is everybody to present good thoughts, good prayers, if that is something that is part of your life. Donate if you can. I'm going to just kind of leave it at that. I'm not really going to sign off as I usually do. Just to say, Ray Destroyer, you are in all of our thoughts. We are hoping for the best, hoping for a full recovery. And honestly, Lucha Libre is the farthest thing from minds right now. I am hoping and praying that a full recovery is made, and that he is able to live a full unimpeded life. I've seen various ages thrown around for how old he is. Very young. I've heard anywhere from 20 to 23. The number itself doesn't matter. It's still way, 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 way too young. So with that, I'm going to sign off. We'll catch everybody next week, and we'll talk about talk more Lucha Libre, more masks, and hopefully I will have some good news to present to everybody then. So with that said, everyone have a fantastic week, and thoughts and prayers to you, Destroyer.